Welcome everyone to Wrestling Days. Wait a minute. Sorry, I got a little confused. I put my little stocking hat on I was wearing today and I looked at myself at the camera. Got totally confused what I was doing. I think that's a totally different YouTube channel out there. Anyways, hey, it's Kyle here, back again. Weekly purchases for the week of, March 29th, I think it is, to April 4th today. Here's what I got throughout the whole week. I appreciate everybody watching the videos with me. The comments, the likes, the subscribes. Getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers. I thank everybody that's been telling their friends, telling their mom, telling their grandma, telling whoever. Let's get that 1,000 subscribers here in the next couple of days. See where this takes us. But this week, I wanted to walk through my weekly purchases with you, and boy, this was a big week. You know, with the coronavirus going on with everybody, not being able to fig hunt, nothing really out there to search for. I'm going back and I'm trying to complete a complete Ruthless Aggression Jakks Pacific set. I've been working on this. It's going to take me a long time. I mean, I'll get the majority of it done pretty quickly, I think, but there's going to be a lot of them that are going to take me some time. Things that just don't pop up a whole lot. So let's get into this. This should be a pretty long video, I think, with all the purchases this week. It was a big week, but like I always said before in a couple of the other videos, buying in bulk's the way to go. Don't buy one figure and pay $5 to ship it. You got to bundle, you got to deal, you got to search out the best deals. And this week I bumped into a huge claim sale that was going on, made things happen. Got a box of about 30 pounds worth of wrestling figures in the mail just the other day. So I'm going to walk through them all and we'll go from there. But we'll start it off with, a lot of you guys saw the video earlier this week on the No Noose New Jack. No Noose New Jack came through the door this week. Very rare figure, only a handful to be known in existence, and I got one, which is cool with my ECW set. Video on that you can watch after this if you'd like. But that's the only non-Jakks Pacific purchase of the week. A lot of stuff here, so let's get into it. So Jakks Pacific, a lot of John Cena figures. We all know that. This week no different. So I got two there. I'm going to try to burn through these pretty quick. As I know, could take all day if I didn't. So, Cena, another one. Early Cena from a 2-pack. Chris Benoit, one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, top 5. You know, obviously it's a shame what all happened there. But one of my favorites. Vince McMahon, got to have this one. Can't miss that in the Jakks figure set for the weekly purchases. Bob Holly. This is actually my favorite Bob Holly figure that's ever been made. I like the red over the purple one. Hornswoggle. You know, Hornswoggle's getting really tough to find. He's got about 5-6 different Jakks figures. They all go for a pretty penny. You know, that solid gold one they have out there, there's a lot of different ones. But Hornswoggle there. Test. Another Test figure in the bunch. There's a lot of those guys during the Ruthless Aggression area. Test was a big deal. Rene Dupree, another guy that's got a ton of different figures. How about Kurt Hawkins? This is the high deco version from the Adrenaline 2-pack with Zack Ryder. You know, figure it's getting harder to find now. John Cena, another one, yellow, early John Cena. Paul Heyman from a 2-pack with Heidenreich, I believe. You know, missing the hat. So that's one thing about buying loose. It's terrible when the hat and accessories are missing. I'm going to have to go back and find those. Some of those accessories you don't care about, the ones that come with like a fire extinguisher or a tire, or kind of lame stuff like that. But a hat or a knee pad or an elbow pad, you got to have those to complete the figure. So there's going to be, after this is all said and done, I'm going to be looking to get some of those accessories. You hate paying $10 for a hat, but sometimes you got no choice out there. Some of the other ones here. How about Kevin Nash, an early Ruthless Aggression figure? Ric Flair, best of WCW Ric Flair, 90s Ric Flair. It's a pretty cool one. Chavo Guerrero. You know, there was a lot of Chavo Guerreros using this head scan with red, black, blue tights. Bobby Lashley, another guy that's current out on the roster. How about Christian? 2 Christians, red and black. Christian in the mix. A lot of Booker T's. 2 more Booker T's. Like I said, guys, lots of figures coming through this week, that's for sure. Eric Bischoff. This is probably my favorite Bischoff. The karate one always reminds me of when he challenged Vince on Nitro that one time for a pay-per-view. The other one, black or gray hair, black suit, yellow shirt. Some Bischoff figures. Scotty 2 Hottie, his only Ruthless Aggression figure. He also had a Classic Superstars that some of you guys probably have. More John Cena's. They never end. There's 2 right there. This is kind of similar to the new Decade of Domination Mattel that's coming out soon. How about Deluxe Aggression TNA Eric Young green tights? A little harder to find than the black one. These are always hit and miss. This one I always felt had way too big of a head. Just a giant head on Eric Young there. How about Mr. Kennedy? 2 of the same figure. So this is what happens when you're buying big lots and you're claiming figures in big auctions and stuff like that. You're going to end up with some doubles. It sucks, but you know what you do? Those are a coupon for later. You flip those on eBay, get a couple dollars back, and use that to refund your investment. That's what you got to do. Billy Gunn, his only Ruthless Aggression figure. Giraffe neck, if you can see that, drives you crazy. It's a good figure outside of the head. They kept the Titantron head. Not a big fan of that one. MVP, this is a rare one. This is from the MVP ring figure for his talk show that came with a ring. Got this one, Lucy. So Shawn Michaels, lots of Shawn Michaels. How about referee Shawn Michaels? A figure like this one was released in a 2-pack with Trish as a referee. Also released in the New Year's Revolution pay-per-view set of figures. You know, I got to look into it a little more. I believe they were the exact same figure released twice, which Jakks did a lot of. It just sucks when they use a different wrist tape or something like that, because then I'll have to count it in my collection. If it's the exact same figure, at this point, I'm not counting it. Another Michaels right there. You know, Michaels was a guy, there was a ton of figures of the Ruthless Aggression line. How about that? 2 more. There you go. This is probably my favorite Shawn Michaels, a later Ruthless Aggression figure. Probably my favorite one of the line. More Cena's. This is a pretty good one, another later release. Kane, something always bugged me a little bit about the head scan on that Kane with the no eyebrows, I guess was probably what it is. Boy, we got a lot more, guys. How about another Eric Bischoff, gray-haired Bischoff, blue shirt instead of yellow. Big Show. Don't prefer this Big Show. I like the singlet or the strap version, but another variant on the Big Show. We got a Chris Jericho, red tights. Mickey James. Not a huge fan of the female figures in the Jakks line, as I do feel that sometimes the head on those are a little too big, but there's a limited edition box set. I think Wrestling Figures Superstore box set Coach exclusive. You know, some like this kind of drive me nuts. I'm looking for the Christy Hemme box set, her only figure ever released. There's a difference between rare and, you know, something that's worth a fortune. Christy Hemme, it's hard to find that figure. Is it worth $70? No. But people think they're worth $70. There's not a lot of people looking for that Christy Hemme figure, I guess, until you find somebody like me. But it drives you a little crazy. Edge, another guy, Ruthless Aggression, a lot of Edge figures, and all pretty good. I've always been a fan of the Edges. I like the blue, I like the red. Hurricane, a great Hurricane figure. I don't know if there's ever been a real bad Hurricane figure for the most part. You know, nice cape on this one. The Mattel one's obviously superior, but the Jakks had a pretty good run on them. This Edge I always liked. For those Walking Dead fans out there who read the comic books, like myself, this one on his shirt always kind of reminds me of Alpha, or not Alpha, Beta from The Walking Dead. So, pretty cool there. How about Melina? Holy cow. This is probably my favorite Edge from the Mick Foley 2-pack, belt 2-pack. Pretty cool with the back design and everything else. How about Stevie Richards, one of my favorite from ECW. Big Stevie Cool was my favorite for the Blue World Order, but here's 2 of his Ruthless Aggression Jakks figures. Stevie Night Heat, never forget that run there. How about the Basham Brothers, Forgotten Tag Team? These are the kind of things I like. You'll never see a Basham's figure ever again. Jakks did it. If you ever want the Bashams, here you go. I mean, you're never going to see this with Mattel. It's just not going to happen. There's not enough of a demand out there. Another Edge. There you go. How about Suited Batista in the pink? And there's a blue one of these, a white one of these, a pink one of these. Yeah, probably a yellow one. I mean, every kind of suit or suit coat he was in, dress shirt. Hey, we're releasing it. We love Batista, I guess, is what Jack said. Here's a good one that is pretty rare. At first glance, you're like, it's just a Rosy figure. But if you notice, there's no writing on his shirt. This is actually from the kids' mask pack, WrestleMania 21, I want to say it was off the top of my head. Pretty rare and pretty hard to get figure without the writing. Another big show. This is the big show I was telling you about with the singlet strap, like that one. This could be one of my favorite Triple H's that they came out with. Ruthless Aggression Series 33, I want to say. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's pretty close. Really like this one a lot. We'll never forget WrestleMania 21 with Maven. I think, if I remember right, the pay-per-view was designed around him. I think he unified the titles at WrestleMania 21. Just a huge night for Maven. Probably none of that ever happened, but they did release a figure of him in a t-shirt for WrestleMania, which is interesting. Orlando Jordan, another guy that has a lot of figures in this day and age from the Ruthless Aggression line. Probably won't see one of these ever in Mattel. Early Tommy Dreamer from the Adrenaline pack. Pretty cool one there. I'm not even halfway done, guys. There's a lot of figures here. We're talking over 100 figures that came in this week. So I'm trying to do it rapid fire. I don't want this to take all day for you. Ric Flair, Classic Superstars 2-pack. Doesn't really fit with what I'm trying to do, but this was part of a lot I picked up. Good enough for me. It'll work. Maven. You can really never have enough Maven figures, so another Maven. How about Evolution? The Evolution 3-pack. This is one that gets me a little bit, and I say, you guys tell me, leave it in the comments if you count it or not. But you got the Triple H, you got the Randy Orton, but then you got the Ric Flair in the Titantron style. Not a Ruthless Aggression figure, however, he's in the 3-pack, so you got to have him to complete the 3-pack. To me, it counts. I don't know if it should because it's technically Titantron, but when they were switching from Titantron to the Ruthless Aggression, we did see some of that. You'd see like a Mick Foley in Titantron style. You'd see a Randy Orton that wasn't. Very confusing, and it's tough for a completist when you're trying to get a total RA set. Does that count or doesn't it count? I don't know. Randy Orton, probably the worst Randy Orton head scan of all time. I cannot stand that head scan. There's a ton of figure, runs the rainbow of different tights with this same head scan. Drives me nuts that I'm probably going to have a whole shelf of this figure with this head scan. But it is what it is. Triple H, this is from the belt pack with Batista. And another John Cena. And we got 2 RVDs. Everybody loves RVD. Jakks did really good RVDs. My only complaint is they always have the small. He's always short, probably the shortest figure that Jakks made, and a lot of times shorter than Rey Mysterio, which is crazy. That's where Jakks gets a lot of grief from, is their heights on guys. Everybody's the same height, and I get the gripe on that. So I was talking about claim sales and buying lots. 2 Titantron figures. Not looking for a Titantron set, but these were in the lot I had to pick up. Great deal, but we use these for a little coupon action, and you flip these on eBay or sell them to a buyer, whatever. But sell these to make some of your money back is what you do. Matt Hardy, I got a ton of Matt Hardys. Matt and Jeff, they released a heck of a lot of. There's 2 right there. Chris Jericho and The Rock. How about the Dudley Boys? Here's a Bubba Ray, here's a Devon, and another Bubba Ray. So 3 Dudleys there. Undertaker, Dead Man Inc. Always liked this one with the rolled white eyes. Pretty cool. Classic Superstars 3-pack Undertaker. This was actually the last on my Min on Card Classic set. This was the last figure I picked up, that 3-pack. Another Taker. And another Taker from the Classic 3-pack. Love this one with the actual cloth boot covers. Very cool. Something they didn't do very often. And finally, 2 more Undertakers. Early Adrenaline 2-pack with John Cena. American Badass Undertaker. How about another Rock? Tracksuit pants. You know, another Matt Hardy. Another Chris Jericho. 2 more Matt Hardys. Boy, they keep coming. A Triple H Mattel. Garbage figure, a little loose, but this was in a lot that I purchased. This will be given to the kids to play with, or maybe I'll put it as a member of a crowd scene in my collection video. You guys saw my arena setup. So anyways, The Rock. This one was always cool. This is the Walking Tall Rock from the Off the Rope set. Another Rock. How about Rey Mysterio? A lot of Rey Mysterios. There's 2. This is going to take a while getting through all these Mysterios. There's a lot of different colors. We all know Rey's got a million figures, a million different masks, a million different colors he's used over the years. Deluxe Aggression Rey, always cool. Here's a limited edition box set. I think it was Wrestling Superstore exclusive. USA edition Rey. Cool Spider-Man Rey. Always liked that one. Really cool one. Best of WCW Halloween Havoc Rey. One of my favorite Reys, probably that Jakks made. Cool design on the back of the mask. Another Rey purple. Look, there's another Deluxe Aggression. How about Jamie Noble mixed in with the Reys? Another Rey blue, Rey black. You know, there's definitely going to be, once I get these all on display, there's definitely going to be a Rey shelf. Just like Orton, Batista, those guys. I got to figure out how I'm displaying these exactly. You know, my rule is if I can't have it on display, it's got to go from the collection. I'll sell it, flip it, whatever. So got to make sure I got a spot for it. And Austin. Talked about Jerichos. I've always liked the Jerichos in the molded on t-shirts. Always cool with the back designs. Another Jericho. How about CM Punk? 2 CM Punks. Always love these shirt figures like this. The only thing is, 99% of the time I like to buy them in package because the paint gets wore off very easy. So I want to make sure it's as fresh and as good as possible. William Regal. There's General Manager Regal. This is the limited edition box set that came with the English flag. Pretty cool. I might display this without his shirt on, but I really like the black eye. I always thought that was a great touch, that they should have used things like that a little bit more. Very underrated figure. Let's get into Eugene. How about Eugene in his Hulk Hogan takeoff shirt? This is the Eugene from the 2-pack with Triple H. I got the Triple H coming next week, but I got the Eugene. Kurt Angle, lots of Kurt Angles. Another one they've made a ton of figures for. We'll always like the CCW one from the pay-per-view, where he was wearing the SmackDown garb. Deluxe Aggression, Kurt Angle. And another regular Ruthless Aggression Angle. And the last Angle. How about Batista? There's a guy they made a million of. There's 2. Very similar. 2 more Batistas. We're at the home stretch here, guys. How about Victoria? 2 Victorias. The female figures, I talked about their big heads. These Victoria ones always seem to have way too long of limbs. Is what it is. And then lastly, how about Eminem? Morrison Mercury. And then the limited edition Melina figure, you know, the furry boots. This was an online exclusive figure, probably her best figure that was ever made. Finally, I do read every once in a while. Jim Ross's new book, I picked that up. Should be able to finish that in like maybe a Sunday afternoon or something like that. And then, you know me, I love heavy metal. Got the New Testament album. I'm a big-time CD guy still. I know everybody likes to stream and download, but I like the physical copies. Makes you all in with the artist, I feel, and supports them more than a download, that's for sure. So, New Testament album. But that is it for weekly purchases. A lot of figures. I mean, I think I clocked in over 100 figures this week. So, more to come. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment, question. Looking at doing a question and answer video maybe next week sometime for you guys. Please like, please subscribe. Like I talked about at the beginning, we're getting close to 1,000. So make sure you pass this on, share the videos, tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like, whatever it takes. So until next time, guys, I appreciate you all watching the video. We'll be in touch. Thanks a lot. Have a good day. Bye.